Alrighty, I think everything is going. Hello everyone, this is Dion Sol. I hope everyone is doing well. And today, as you see looking at before you, is the Mooney. And the Mooney's always had some place in my heart over the years. My dad, uh, when he flew, or he didn't fly. He flew with friends and stuff. Friends would take him places and whatnot. As far as that sort of thing, he never flew himself, but he had some opportunities of being in here. I personally never was in a Mooney, but I've always liked the Mooney just because of the radical difference. And I apologize for the artifacting that you see um, on my video there, but on myself, something's weird's going on there. I know it's that cam program I have here. This chroma cam is acting up. But anyway, so this is what we got. We got the Mooney. This is the Mooney uh, one or M20R Acclaim, or it's the Acclaim. And the Acclaim Mooney is this is a turbocharged version, and I got through spending about 7 hours with collection of yesterday and today after I bought the airplane and painting it. And so what you see is basically it's just a modified rendition of another paint that comes with the airplane, but I just added my touches to it to make it personal for me. The airplane is very nice. AFM, which is the developer for this airplane, which I need to give them some props, and so I'm going to do that right now and go right to their website, and then I will pop the website right on over. So you can go check out the website, AFM's website, and the airplane is just awesome. I flew it a little bit yesterday. I'm still new to the airplane as far as the capabilities of it and all the systems and everything else. I was going to do a review on it, but for right now, I think I'm going to back off on doing a review until I'm actually more familiar with the airplane, just to give an honest assessment. I mean, I can do kind of a mini review of based on my experience of flying, flying, you know, simulated aircraft for since 1980 when I was 14 years old on the Commodore 64 with Sublogic's Commodore 64. But at any rate, so the airplane looks really, really nice. I mean, yes, if you get in close, you'll start seeing artifacting of it, and I think that's because I'm using PNG files, and it really shows it in the wings and stuff. And I have to work on that. I think that's a me thing and not that's a me thing and not a developer thing. But I'll get it over time. I'm just I do what I can. I'm not the best painter in the world, but hey, I get by and I'm happy with what I do, and that's all that really matters. As long as I'm happy with what I got, then it's all good. So anyway, so that's pretty much a walk around of the airplane. As you can see, we have the static elements installed. You don't have the ability to be able to take off the static elements when you're doing your walk around. It's just an all around. You go over here into the little menu that's right here, and you can bring up a little menu, and you can check them individually as you walk around. So you could do that, and that sort of, which is fine. I'm not really tripping on that at all. It's like whatever, not that big of a deal. So we can go ahead and step on into the airplane here. Now, one thing I did notice in this airplane is that there is no handle. You look at this thing, and so I don't know if the real airplane has a handle or not. I don't know. I'd have to look at it. But obviously, you can see right here with my mouse that there's the click box, and so there's the hit box to be able to open the airplane. I did snake some. I wanted the blue interior to match the blue outside, so I got blue on blue action going on here, and which is cool. That's what I want, and so I went with that right there. I did change my name and I chromified my decal right there. That's why you see it all shiny. You can see my November 502 Delta Mike name tag. It's all shiny because I chromified it and that sort of thing, which is really cool. Other than that, the interior is really, really nice. You're for $37 that you're paying for this airplane, and getting 3 airplanes is awesome. It's definitely weight. It's worth its weight in gold. For sure. I don't usually like to talk bad about about other developers or developers in general. I just call it out as I see it. I do before I was aware of AFM, who's the maker of this airplane. I did buy the Carenado version of the of the M20R Ovation. And unfortunately, with the Ovation, it does not have the Garmin 1000, and it has just a Garmin 530, and it doesn't even have support for the GTN 750. And with most of you know by now who are in the X-Plane 11 ecosystem, Carenado, this is going to kind of go off on a rant here a little bit. Carenado does not update their airplanes. They do not upgrade their airplanes. They just, if they get a problem where it's not compatible, then they will fix that. But Carenado does not evolve their aircraft. So they are fine as long as you buy the airplane going into the airplane, that this is all you're going to get through the life cycle of X-Plane, and then you're going to have to give them more money when X-Plane 12 comes out, as an example. Then, buy Carenado products, knock yourself out. Carenado has not, like I say, with the products that I bought from them, which is quite a few, they've just never updated, and so it's just kind of like, I'm reaching out to smaller, aircraft developers such as AFM, Aerobasque, which is not so small now, but other aircrafts other than Carenado, just because Carenado just does not update their stuff. So, which is unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. But let's go off on that tangent. Let's get back on here to the airplane that is very nice and is not as, yes, it's not as pretty, it's not as rich. I mean, if you really want to get right down to it, Carenado airplanes do have rich textures and whatnot, but that's, the prettiness is only half the battle. It's what's under the hood. It's what makes that airplane go and to give you that realistic experience. And this AFM product does give you that realistic experience. It's really, really nice airplane. I just wish I had the real one to say, yeah, this is what it does in the real world. But at any rate, so we'll go ahead and turn this bad boy on right here.
General Genfox information, Quebec.
And let me go ahead and get rid of the sound.
Zulu winds are 225 at 12 knots. Wind 230
X-Plane.
10 miles. Visibility.
You'll have to go through its cycle, then we'll get rid of it.
Temperature 9, 33,500 few. Current altimeter is 3011. Arriving and departing runway 24. Arriving runway 24. Genfox information, Quebec. 1456 Zulu winds are 225 at 12 knots. Visibility 10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 9, dew point 8. Current altimeter is 3011. Arriving and departing runway 24.
Okay,
Genfox
runway 24 and our
1456 Zulu winds are 225 at 12 knots.
Of course, I'm burning the battery up.
10 miles. Skies clear. Temperature 9, dew point 8. Current altimeter is 3011. Arriving and departing runway
3011, huh?
Genfox information, Quebec.
All right, 3011.
1456 Zulu winds are 225 at 12 knots. Visibility 10 miles.
Get rid of that.
Skies clear.
All right. And to save some time, instead of me going through the painstaking process of trying to create a flight plan with the G1000, it is better than others, but it's still kind of a pain in the butt. So I went ahead and actually pre-done one already anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and I'm going to try to figure out how to get to it. There it is. And we'll scroll on down until we go where we're going, which is going to be KWJF to Placerville, California, or Placerville. We're going there because I just downloaded the airport, the airport for that airport off of the org, and I want to go check it out. And I thought, well, what better way to go check it out than flying in a new airplane and go over there and check it out? So there is our flight plan. We'll go ahead and load that up. And so now we got everything all set and ready to go there. and make sure that we don't have anything that's outstanding. Nope. All right, so that takes care of that. That is loaded and ready to go. So that makes things a lot easier. We're going to do our vertical climb 120 knots. We'll go ahead and we're going to do a 8,500 feet is going to be our altitude. I could go higher, but I want to look at the ground because I have orthos, and so I like to look at the ground. You know, just like to look at what we're flying at. Set heading 240.
Heading 240 degrees.
And so we got pilot command all going. Looks like pilot command is working with this flight model, which is awesome. Make sure we go on up all of our stuff. Make sure we're all good. And we are all looking good right there. We'll go ahead and turn on our beacon. I don't have the, yes, I have the checklist, but I'm just trying to save some time in this video, so I'm not wasting my time with checklists. We're just going to go. Side airspace. This is going to be a GPS. We're going to go PDF. We're going to go ahead and make sure our winds are set, our bearing, and that is all set and ready to go. Our transponder is going to be set to standby. That's all ready to go. This is VFR, but I am having pilot to ATC kind of monitor where we're going and what we're doing. And I went ahead with pilot to ATC, went ahead and did the flight plan already. It's the same as what I just loaded. Matter of fact, I used pilot to ATC and then just basically saved it. So same old, same old. So I got pilot to ATC action going on here. So that takes care of that. And I see we got another person in the house. Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. I definitely welcome aboard this acclaim, Mooney acclaim by AFM. And I keep on forgetting what AFM, Advanced Flight Modeling Simulations. I keep on forgetting to say that. My bad. So anyway, so we're getting all set and ready to go here. We'll go ahead and start this bad boy up here, and we'll go ahead and make things happen. All right, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,005. That's enough. We'll go back and forth on the, make sure our props are up. Crack the throttle up to, a little right there somewhere, kind of loosely. And I'll go ahead and start the engine. I think we are, oh, I got to hold this out right here. Clear prop. And then we'll go ahead and start the engine. And there we go. And I see on my live stream it did not save my where we're going. Where was it? PV what? PVF. PVF from KWKF, and this gives us an opportunity to let the airplane warm up a little bit. So we are good. I wish I could find where the where this is, so I can be able to make this handle chromify this handle. I like to chromify this handle. I like to chromify this switch. It's a switch right here. It's a non-functional switch, but there's a switch right there. I'll go ahead and turn on the alternator, I guess. Get some juice. All right. So let's go ahead and go out to the runway here. But first, I gotta get our clearance. So I need to at least let them know that I am, even though we're VFR clearance.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike ready to copy VFR clearance.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike cleared VFR to Kilo Papa Victor Foxtrot with radar advisory service at 10,500 feet. Squawk 4112 advise of altitude changes en route. Departure on 126.1.
Cleared VFR to Kilo Papa Victor Foxtrot, maintain 10,500 feet, squawking 4112. Departure on
Squawk 4112.
Transponder set to
Solis Wings 2 Delta
4112.
Mike.
Solis wings 2 Delta Mike read back correct. Altimeter 3011 expect runway 24 advise when ready to taxi.
Altimeter 3011 expect runway 24 Solis wings 2 Delta Mike.
Didn't copy my stuff here, so just have to do that. There's a Mr. Bug Eater 64. Hello to everyone in the flight simming world and Dion. Well, hello. Right now I think it's just me and you. Me and you at the moment, sir. I hope you are doing well. I'll go ahead and go on into the Discord. If you want to sit there and rap back and forth to keep me entertained while I'm sitting here flying to Placerville, just for fun on my new toy. And we'll come on over here and let's go ahead and release parking brake. Well, let's go ahead and tell them that we are going to taxi to runway 24. Ready to taxi.
Solis wings 2 Delta Mike ready to taxi.
Solis wings 2 Delta Mike taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 24.
Taxi to runway 24 via taxiways Alpha. Hold short runway 24 Solis wings.
Good day, how you doing?
Mike.
Just fine.
Very good, very good. Yeah, we're just taxiing to runway 24 in this Mooney. I decided to go ahead and you know, buy the AFM, the Advanced Flight Models version of the Mooney, because I've always liked the Mooney. It's one of my top 5 airplanes. I just really liked it, and I decided to buy it because I wanted something different. Because what I had with Carenado, like I was saying in my video at the start of this video, Carenado's, you know, they're not on my crap list. It's just that they're just not updating their airplane, so I'm kind of semi done with them for right now until they change their you know, change their activeness with the community, which you and I both know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's fine. They just won't get my money. That's all. Simple as that. You know. But anyway, all is well. So I painted my Mooney here, and just going to take off here and just go do a fun fly and just fly on over there. The G1000 is the same as all the other G1000s. It's okay, but it's not as good as Skyview, obviously. You know. Which is, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably do a
Solis
flight a
wings
little
2
bit
Delta
later
Mike contact
using,
tower on 118.52.
another freeware
Have a
airplane
great
out from
flight.
the org. The
Tower
Dornier,
on 118.52 Solis
yeah, I
wings
can
2
almost
Delta
talk.
Mike.
Dornier 328.
Oh yeah.
Nice little twin turbo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I wish they would do the jet version. I wish somebody would make the jet version of that flight, of that model. That'd be epic. You know, have a nice, you know, quality detail like, you know, like the Zebo mod. You know, I wish people would go to that level.
Yeah.
But because the Zebo mod is awesome, but it's just the airplane's too big for me. I don't like. I mean, I like my 732. And I'd like to have a modernized version of the 737-200, which I think is the 600 or the 700 as far as the same size of aircraft. And I know they are making a 700, but the 700 is a little bit bigger. I think it's 110 feet instead of 100 feet. So it's 10 more feet or something. But I'd be happy when they get that finished. I'm going to go over here and do our run up here real quick. Well, that's good. You can go out and do your thing. This flying is good. Flying is right.
Yeah, I'll probably do a flight from Vancouver, British Columbia to Hayes, home of the Buffalo Air.
Very nice. Yeah, I put those two things in our portfolio, on our VA's portfolio, so should be able to get a little money for them.
Yep, and I've got both airports, so
Very good.
looking good.
Airplane does sound pretty good. And I'll go ahead and turn off. That was the left mag, then the right mag. Okay, good enough for me. All right, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Yeah, this is not, this, like I said, this isn't planned. This is just go have fun and fly. I need to tell them that we're ready for takeoff.
Tower Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike ready for departure runway 24.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike winds are 225 at 12 knots cleared for takeoff, runway 24.
Not seeing any real traffic over here, so it's not, I guess there's nothing going on here in the Antelope Valley. That's fine. Oh well, let's light it up. Let's go. Let it bounce on the runway a little bit. Gear up, positive rate, all looking good. And fly it for a bit. We got a 19 knot headwind at the moment. And then I need to make my turn and line up with everything. Sure that my getting where I need to go. Of course, it's not going to do a damn thing if I don't turn on the autopilot. There we go. Now the autopilot's on. Now it's going to cooperate. I keep on forgetting this thing doesn't have the autopilot. You have to turn it on. Like I say, we'll do a climb of 120 knots. I still got a lot to learn on this airplane. And you can hear me just fine, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. And let's have it just follow the route. It's all set. I had to use, actually I just used Pilot ATC's routing thing and it just did that way.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 7 miles at 4,600 feet. Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, contact departure on 126.1. Enjoy your morning.
Departure on 126.1 Solis wings 2 Delta Mike.
Well, I don't see that traffic.
Departure Solis wings 2 Delta Mike climbing to 10,500 feet.
The sky's looking pretty clear.
Yeah,
Solis wings 2
and
Delta Mike, good morning.
it is clear. It's clear outside.
Radar contact.
Not this clear. It's coming. We got puffy clouds in the real world, but it's pretty close.
It's raining here in South Carolina.
Yeah, you can see some of the clouds way out there in the distance. I just went over here to the passenger side. Matter of fact, I need to set my views. I never did set my views in this airplane yet. Might as well do that right now and get that out of the way. Ah, I see I didn't uncage the backup. But it has little speed brakes. This airplane has speed brakes, which is kind of cool. I think this whole time I didn't turn on my lights, did I? I took off without my lights on. I will. I won't say anything if they won't. This gives me the opportunity to look underneath and see if there's any paint spots I missed. No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks fine. Got my little peoples in there. I can't get rid of them. I mean, you can go into the menu and on your loadout, but they don't go away. They're always there, which is kind of weird. But fun little airplane. That's what makes it good. Then I'll pump it. I was gonna go to. I did start off the video saying that I was gonna be at 8,500 feet, but I had my plan already set for 10,500. So, oh well, 10,500, I guess. Not bad. I like the fact it's got the gas tank things out on the gas tank. You see how much gas you got in the tank mechanically.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.3. Have a good morning.
Center on 132.3, take care. Solis wings 2 Delta Mike. Center Solis wings 2 Delta Mike at 10,500 feet. Solis wings 2 Delta Mike, good morning. Radar contact.
Oh, it already switched it to the right tank. All right. That means I have the auto switching on. Yeah. Oxygen's full. We're good to go there. Did not enable the failures because, well, we don't like failures.
For continued VFR advisories, contact Los Angeles Center on 127.1.
Yeah, that's one setting I never.
Yep.
Center on 127.1, Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
I can cause enough damage by myself. I don't need help from the computer.
Yes, right. I can do it just fine.
Center Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike at 10,500 feet.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, good morning. Radar contact. Altimeter 3013.
Altimeter 3013, Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
All right, 3013, and oh, here it is. Here's what I was looking for. Looking for LA Center. Have some background chatter. I gotta find a performance sheet on this airplane and find out what the sweet spot is when you're at a cruise, you know. Right, I've been going right around 2,400 RPM on the prop and running about anywhere between 20 to 30 inches, or say 30 to 35. I've been trying to pull it back to right around 20 gallons an hour as far as keeping up my speed. But we got a bit of a headwind, so the headwind's I'm fighting a headwind right now. Now I know where all the clouds are. They're all in Bakersfield.
November 1450, Julie, contact Fresno approach 132.35.
Oh, on this airplane as well, you can't use landing speed. Landing speed crashes the airplane, which is a bummer. But what happened is landing speed uses the same library that the airplane uses, but the libraries in the plugins are the one that landing speed uses is old, and so they conflict with each other, the old and the new, and so, you know, it is what it is. So I don't really want to see my poor landing skills anyway. Now we're in the clouds. I was afraid of that. Let me see if I can go down to 8,500 feet. Nope, it's not going to let me. I guess if I want flight following, I have to be at 8,500 feet or something, I guess, or something. I don't know. It's not wanting to, Pilot ATC is not wanting me to change it. So to hell with Pilot ATC then. I'm going to go down to where I want to go.
It'll be our little secret.
Yeah. He's going to start bitching at me saying, hey, your altitude is too high. Or too low.
It's only too low if you run into something.
Exactly. Exactly. But so far, I've been happy. I've been flying the airplane and landing. I did a couple of flights last night, and landing at night, landing at daytime, didn't matter. The only bugaboo I have at nighttime is there's not enough light inside the cabin to be able to see things. And the developer needs to work on that. Needs to. What's happening is the light that's the LED lights or whatever that's inside the splashing the dash. When I move my eyeball, my head up, down, left, right, or whatever, the light splashes on the screen or on the dashboard. But then when you move, you know, like I said, let's say I transition and move a little bit out of a certain spot, then the light goes away. That's about how I can explain it. And I got to contact the developer on that and see what he can do about fixing that. See, that's something that's fixable. Because it may be something that has to do with X-plane and the anti-lasing type stuff. Well, I'm going to take it down to 6,500. I want to stay below the clouds. I want to see the ground. Like I said, it does have speed brakes, which is pretty cool. But I do like the rumble and the sound. The sound system that they're using in this is pretty good. Fine, I'll go to 4,500 feet then. Alrighty. I don't know if you use the recognition lights only on the ground or use them in the air and the ground both for visibility, or does it really matter? I don't know.
on the weather you're in, I would use everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I could go to the stars, but then I would just lose all my eye candy. I don't want to lose my eye candy. What I need to do is pick a flight and then go fly it with this airplane, even though it'll take forever to get there. But we don't have a penalty if you are flying it with a you know, SimBuddy doesn't penalize you. You can use whatever airplane you want.
It's true.
Let's see if I can get back up to 200 knots indicated.
How about now?
Loud and clear.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I
Yep.
downloaded the scenery for Aruba,
Yes.
and I cannot get it to work.
Oh no.
It tells me in the log.txt that I'm missing 3 tiles, and for the life of me, I can't figure out how to get the tiles back in there.
That's strange.
But I started a flight from there over to from Aruba to St. Martin, and I'm probably climbing through 14,000 feet when I realized I didn't start SimBuddy.
Oh crap. I've done that plenty of times.
So I went back and did it again and did the same thing.
Forgot to start.
Forgot to start SimBuddy. So I went back a third time, and this time I remembered to start SimBuddy. And I went up, and well, before that I had upgraded to 737. I was using 3.30.
Yeah.
And so I went ahead and downloaded 333.
Yeah.
And got all my views and everything set up. And I went up to the flight configuration, and then I set my fuel, I set my payload, make sure I had enough fuel for the duration of the flight. Took off, and about the time I reached about 20,000 feet, I got a warning that I was on reserve fuel, and I realized that going through the flight configuration didn't put any fuel in the plane at all.
Geez, a comedy of errors, man.
Yeah. You think I knew what I was doing?
Yeah. But did you upgrade all the way to G? Because the last one I have is G. Is the last patch.
Let me see which one.
Or maybe H. Maybe H is the last one.
Let's see here. Which one did I put on? H. 333H.
H. Okay.
And then I noticed there's a new version of terrain radar, a new version than what I'm using, so I haven't installed that yet, but it's on the list.
I'll have to go look for it.
I learned a little trick today. My nav data is getting a little old. And so I went to Navigraph to upgrade, and I realized that they've gone to subscription-only purchases now. Which that cost me from buying it. I said, no, not gonna do that. That auto renewal crap. So I found out that
you just can't buy a year anymore.
No, it's subscription only. I think you can buy it on subscription, and after you buy it, you can go in and change your subscription. But I'm not interested in having to remember all that crap. It's a racket where they're trying to get people to forget, so they get extra money.
Right.
So if I do buy it, I'll go out and give me a little Visa gift card.
Right.
Just enough money to buy it, and then it's expired, so they can't do anything about it. But I have Avitab plugin installed, which gives you the map. It's got a route creator.
Yes.
That will lay out your full route, and it uses whatever you have built in. Because I I was struggling because I'm trying to build a route with old nav data, but SkyVector uses the latest all the time.
Right.
So now I'm trying to find these waypoints that just don't exist anymore.
Right.
And I stumbled across the route creator in Avitab. I'm like, this is perfect. I don't need to upgrade mine.
Right.
I just use this as the SkyVector.
Right. Right. Now that makes sense.
So
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, because mine goes out at the end of June, I think, and I was just gonna buy another year for $43 and go about my merry way. But they won't let me do that.
Are you for $40? What are you buying?
Was it $40 for a year? Wasn't it $40 for a year?
Depends on what you're buying.
Just strictly no charts, no charts. Just
it should be about $25 a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you buy the charts, you buy the whole thing, it's like 60 something, like 63,
right.
64.
Right.
And the charts can come in handy. They're tedious to use. I don't like the format of them. But if you ever fly outside the U.S., it makes it really easy to find charts.
Right. Right.
Whereas all the stuff I do in the Caribbean, I have to go Google. I have to go try to find a chart. And like I found approach charts for St. Martin, but there's no scissor stars. So, but there are in the airplane, but I can't figure out what they are and where they go and which one to pick.
Right.
Without going through each and every single one of them.
Yeah, I'm good until August. Because my subscription was a year. I just paid them a year and said, okay, fine. I don't want to pay them monthly. But
yeah, you get a discount if you do a year. You pay less.
I have no problem with paying a year. I want to pay it once and not have to worry about it for a year. Yep. That's the way I like it anyway.
Plus, when you buy a year, well, if you were to buy a month, I don't update mine every single month.
Yeah, see, I just pay, I just buy 1 year.
It's like you update them like quarterly or something. It's not monthly.
Yeah, it says right here, it says the ultimate is €74.90 for a year. Because I'm already, it's wanting me to upgrade. In other words, go from what I'm at right now to, like, to the next tier, and that's not what I want.
Oh, they want more money. They gotta have more money.
Yeah, it's €25.90 subscription for a year. It's grayed out right now for me because I don't mind. I'm still in my cycle. So yeah, it says €25.90, whatever that equates to. And if you buy the whole enchilada, it's €74.90 a year. But I don't go outside the United States that much, so not really justified. Not really worth it.
I want the option to go outside the U.S. I like flying in the Caribbean, and
right.
Eventually, I'd like to fly over in Europe a little bit. But
right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Might get on one of these kicks where I want to fly around the world again.
Right.
I did that once, and I think I did it in the Challenger 300, which was challenging. Some spots you just didn't have the range. But I wasn't like going to every single continent. I was just wherever I wanted to go, I just went.
Right, right.
Well, I hate to stay so long and tie you guys up. I got a phone call. I'll be back in a little bit.
Alrighty, no worries. Oh, now we got poofy crowds. Well, my granddaughter needs my attention, so I'm just gonna have to step away a second and take care.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 7 miles at 7,000 feet. Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 4 miles at 7,000 feet.
Welcome back.
Just needs my assistance. She's not done yet, so I have to wait for her. if you read between the lines. And of course my wife calls and says, well, do you need anything from the store? It's like, well, I can't think of anything right now. I'm trying to take care of Linda, and I'm trying to fly and trying to do all kinds of things, you know.
The trials and tribulations of being a flight captain.
Yes, very much so. Oh, we're coming up to Visalia. Got this big old wing in the way. Not a bad little airplane. Definitely farmland.
Oh yeah.
Well, I need to go check on her. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Back again. As we're slowly closing at 4,500 feet at 194 knots in ground speed.
Yeah, what's the distance to Placerville?
I think it was like 200 miles or something. 295 miles, and I still got a bit to go. I still got 191 to go.
Yeah, boy.
I'm probably gonna have to kill the stream anyway because my wife's on her way home and she doesn't like me streaming when, which is kind of a bummer. But that's okay. It is what it is. You just can't have everything.
This is true. Very true.
Yeah, these pesky clouds just won't go away. Like I said, I need to get a performance chart for this airplane.
And good afternoon, Mr. Taxi. How are
Yeah,
you, sir?
there's Taxi. How you doing? Yeah, I met him over at AFM's Discord channel. So all's doing well here, Taxi. I'm just sitting here, just flying around and going to Placerville, I guess is what it's called. It's a little town next to was it Sacramento? Bug Eater, is it next to Sacramento?
Yeah, pretty close. Yeah.
And so I'm flying there just because for two reasons. One, I wanted to, fly the airplane, and then two, I wanted to go there to on the org. There was a the airport was available to download. So over at the org, so I went ahead and downloaded it, and I wanted to check out the airport. So I just thought I'd just do a flight. Did kind of a mini review of the AFM Acclaim, but not too much because I'm getting a lot of distractions here around the house right now and whatnot. So this is pretty much just a fun fly, just kind of fun messing around. It's kind of fun messing around, and there you go. I'll wave at you there, Taxi. So because I'm so low to the ground, I'm only 4,000 feet, and I'm doing only 185 knots indicated. Or I'm sorry, 172 indicated, ground speed 185, true 183. So I'm not. I just got to learn how to fly the plane. I'd like to find a performance chart, a performance chart PDF for this airplane. And find out, where the sweet spot is. Yeah, it is. It is. You're right. It is a nice speed. But here in actually we're coming up to Northern California now, here in the States, and we just got clouds everywhere. So we're not being able to take advantage of my orthos and be able to look outside the window and see much. course, right now we're up in the San Joaquin Valley, where there's just all there is agriculture anyway. Yeah, we just passed Visalia. So. Very nice. Just wait for the pocket rocket. Pocket rocket is a very fast lawnmower. Very nice.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike for continued VFR advisories. Contact Oakland Center on 125.75. Have a good one.
Center on 125.75 Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
I forgot I still had that going.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike at 4,500 feet. Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, good afternoon. Radar contact. Altimeter 3014.
3014.
Altimeter 3014 Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike. Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 10 o'clock 4 miles and 7,500 feet.
I got traffic, huh? Let's see if I see it on not pinging in yet. Because when the traffic works, I do see it. We don't need no stinking emergency bus. Jokingly, of course. Yeah, I see the airplane on the, but we're not coming into contact with it. I do have live traffic going. Live traffic updated to version 0.39 or 0.93, I think it is. And it still seems to work, but when you're out here where I'm at, you just, you know, not very much in the way of live traffic. I haven't played around with the airplane to haven't played around the airplane enough to be able to use de-icing yet, other than, you know, just you know, turn on the pump and windshield and everything else, normal and max, as far as the fluid goes. And I do, on my SciTech stuff, I do have a de-icing switch, but let's see if the oxygen wise, I don't know, the oxygen may be like, well, actually you just turn on the oxygen, or I don't really need it, but if I turn on, I just turned it on right there, but I don't think I don't know, I'd have to play around with it, because you got this for the oxygen right here. That just opens and closes the gate for the oxygen. And we also have another one over here, but I don't know what this switch is for. I haven't figured out what this switch is for yet. Or knob, I should say. I think it's for letting cold air, you know, into the cabin. I think that's what that's for. I think I just turned off my lights. Yeah, I want my lights on. All right, there we go. And we're coming into Fresno right now. Ah, cockpit vent, but not stimulated. I see. Yeah, I figured it was for outside air. Like I say again, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about the airplane that I've got to learn. And I usually learn at my own pace over time. I'll learn it all eventually. Of course, as soon as I start making for the company, then, you know, making for the virtual airline, then I got to hop back into my 737-200, because that's, for me, that's my money maker, and I like flying the 737-200, even though I crashed it a few times, but I try not to. Well, according to Pilot to ATC, we still got 128 miles before top of descent. Trying to expedite. Get there a little faster. I'm still trying to learn where the sweet spot is, again, for the prop. Where a good sweet spot is for, you know, get the most speed out of it. I'm going up to 2,500 RPM, and now I'm seeing my speed go up to 180 knots, indicated. I'm burning about 22 gallons an hour because I'm on the Richa Peak. Just trying to, again, trying to get to my destination. I had to stay so low just so we can have something to look at on the ground. I got my button set wrong. That button is supposed to be over there on that view. This view, something like that, it's supposed to be over here.
Yep, I hear the co-pilot.
Yeah.
Advisories, contact center on 123.8. Have a good afternoon.
For sure.
Center on 123.8. Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike. Center Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike at 4,000.
Yeah, I agree.
Solis Wings 2 Delta
Totally
Mike,
agree.
good afternoon.
Taxi.
Radar contact. Altimeter 3011.
Altimeter 3011 Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
As you hear, the RPM is up because I'm trying to expedite to get to our destination a little faster. The wife is home, so I like to wrap it up. That way she can have some peace.
Absolutely, the Commodore has arrived.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, we're doing 203 on the ground, so that's good. See, with the yes, that is true. That is true, Taxi. Yeah, what I like about the, I wish, you know, they would come up with a solution to be able to click on, you know, individual points in, like, the Epic 1000 did it partially, where you can click on the, like right now, the 4500 that I've got highlighted right here, and you can just click on it, and then you're able to, you know, it'll come up with a dialogue where you can actually input with the keyboard your own altitude. Same with speed, same with vertical speed, same with you know, that sort of thing, and then take that touchscreen functionality and then put it over here and actually, you know, put that into the generating of the flight plan. If they did that, that would be epic. That's I would know. I have no idea how to do it. Aerobask did it a little bit. As you can see in my previous video, I kind of touched on it a little bit when I was doing my review of the Epic 1000 with the G1000, but it didn't. It stopped itself short from actually using the flight plan entry, you know, as a touchscreen format, which is a bummer because I would really like that. Make my life as a user a lot better. That's why we like the Skyview, because the Skyview does that. Skyview is epic. It's a great avionics package, at least for me anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of pushing it now. Trying to expedite to our destination. Is the video still okay on your end, Bill?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Now I got a 9-knot tailwind. Yeah, I think because of there's no cowling flaps on this airplane because of the turbocharger, I'm assuming, is the reason why. I mean, this is just the next tier below of having a regular turboprop, you know, regular turboprop. So. Great little plane. great little airplane. I like the fact you can actually, even though you got the posts in your way, at least you can see around you, which is good. Probably have to climb a little bit. Starting to get into these hills. Let's see. Well, I'll just eyeball it. I was sitting there looking at Sky Vector off camera to see what my altitudes were. I'm seeing 9,000, seeing 11,000. Those are just the highest points. Absolutely. Absolutely, Taxi. It's like I said, it's a good buy. It is a good buy, for sure. And I see FS Global Real Weather is still keeping up, which is good. And my stream hasn't crashed yet. That's even better. Merced, California is out that direction. Yep, Chowchilla, Farm Reed, Madera, Merced, all off that direction. That way is just nothing but the Sierra Nevada mountains. Got to get the orthos all the way out to Oshkosh, so when Oshkosh happens, I can do a simulated flight from home base out to KWKF in Lancaster, California, all the way out to Oshkosh, and then have the orthos all the way over there. I started it. I've got the western part of the United States, all the areas that I'm planning on flying in Alaska, and I got Calgary, the area around Calgary, in Canada, and then of course Taxi, I don't understand what you're asking. Are you asking, do I have a PPL? No, I don't have any licenses at all. I've been flying off and on since 1980 in simulations with flight simulators, but I have never went after my real world license, and the reason is because of money. It just costs too much. So I just fly on the sim instead because it's more affordable. I can afford that. I just can't afford to do it for real. But if I could, I would. I'd definitely be there. I'd be flying all over the place. I was an electrician for 35 years, being an electrician, and but yeah, since the jobs dried up, has kind of been 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 working on my YouTube channel, trying to get my YouTube channel. But it's kind of hard because we're in a niche market. You know, there's just not a lot of people watch flight simulation. We got to pull teeth to get viewership and everything. But with the YouTube algorithm the way it is today, it's all about, it's not necessarily the subscriber count. Well, it is a subscriber count to get you 1,000, your magical 1,000 subscribers. But mainly it's the views, getting people to watch it, to be able to get the algorithm to put you, you know, in the front of the line, so to speak. And that's the biggest hurdle. And with flight simulation, it's kind of tough. I've been hanging around with, you know, lots and lots of different, you know, I'm a movie person too. I like movies. I enjoy watching movies when I can. And so there's a few communities that I associate myself with that that are in the movies, and I just basically get my face out there and say, hey, you know, I got this little YouTube channel that's got 194 subs, and it'd be nice for you to come over and check it out, see what you think, see if it's something you want to watch when you're chilling, relaxing, that kind of thing. You know, that's kind of how I see it.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike for continued VFR advisories. Contact Oakland Center on 126.85. Have a good afternoon.
Center on 126.85 Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
I'll just try to provide what I can to get everybody entertained.
Center Solis Wings 2 Delta
And
Mike
we thank you for it.
4,500 feet.
I try. Thank you.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, good afternoon. Radar contact.
Yeah, I saw your channel was 300, and Bug Eater's, I mean, Bug Eater, yours is 190, yours is the same as mine, like 195, 192, something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I understand that. You're just sitting there watching somebody fly a plane. I get it, but hey, you know, I try to do it where you might be able to learn something. As the ground is getting closer and closer.
And the clouds get lower and lower.
Yep. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to climb. I don't need to crash the plane. I'll go back up to my 8,500 feet. Just to be safe. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I like my jetliners like anybody else, but I really like general aviation better, just because it's a simple fact that it might be something that if the right opportunity happened that I can get into. You know, that's why I fly all the time, because one, I enjoy doing it, and two, if an opportunity ever presented itself where it's like, well, hey Dion, you know, you're interested in flying, why don't you come out here and go fly, or something like that. If that kind of opportunity came up, then I would, you know, I'd take advantage of it and do it. I got no problem with that, as long as I don't work for a slave driver. Well, unfortunately, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to have a nice flight where we can look at the orthos and look at the ground and see things, but clouds are not being cooperative today.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 11 o'clock 4 miles at 4,200 feet.
Traffic is not a factor. I don't see them. If I saw the traffic, I'd have their little identification flag pop up, and I don't see it, so we're good. Climb up to 8,000. I have to turn around and just descend. But you see, right now I'm looking, and say right now we're going right along the edge of these mountains right here. So better be safe than sorry and get above the get above these guys so we don't have to worry about it. And we still got 30 more minutes before we can get to top of descent, it looks like. We can start descending down into to the airport. Got too many screens. My son just gave me his screen to use, and thought he was going to upgrade his computer, but he decided to back off and wait for a while. So I got to set up my his computer screen somewhere so that way I can take my OBS software and stick it, right over here on this side. Can't see it, but off camera, so then that way I can keep, hey, look at there, we're breaking out the clouds now. Hot diggity dog. Very nice. Let's see, we are at Oakland Center right now. You can actually see something. Exciting over here to look at? Not much. But orthos are awesome. At least you get some things to look at. They did have a mod that you can, that has all of the wind turbines in the United States, and I downloaded and installed it, and because in my home area there's a whole solar wind farm real close to my airport that I fly out of, which is Lancaster, California. Every time I would look in the direction of where those wind turbines are, my frame rates would just go to like 4 or 5 frames a second. So I had to take it out, which is a bummer because it was kind of cool. Because when I did get away from them and then fly around them, or if I got right up on top of them, then everything was fine. It was slow, my frame rates were slow, but it was okay. But when I just started looking at them, it was just too many. It was too many objects in the scene at one time, and it just dragged my little 5-year-old computer down to a crawl. And I don't know what airport we're looking at right now. I don't have my little nav map up, but there is something right there. and it's not showing up on. It's not telling me on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It says Pine Mountain Airport is what that was. Okay, good to know. Don't know that airport from a hole in the wall. Yes, that would be nice if they could do the, you know, you can go over here and look out and you can see ice build up, you know, on the wing and stuff. I'm sure somebody's going to come out with some kind of mod that would actually, you know, give you a visual representation. I know there's a mod out there that...
These wings 2 Delta Mike, you have traffic at 2 o'clock 4 miles at 7,000 feet.
Anyway, I do know there's a mod out there that simulates it where it has a little graphic that tells you if you got ice on your wings and whatnot, which is really cool. I never did download it yet, but I thought I would eventually, just to check it out, if anything. And but yeah, it'd be. I know the Zebo, the latest Zebo mod. I think it was G or F. You know, version 3.33. F, I think it was, and newer has got the rain effects, and they also took those same rain effects that that guy did for that airplane, and also Aerobask incorporated it into their airplane, the Epic 1000 with the G1000. It's got the same rain effects, and which is pretty cool. You know, I like those rain effects; they're pretty neat. That's an extreme immersion factor upgrade, you know, for X-Plane. I wish the system was set up where it was the environment that created everything, and yeah, I wish that the environment created all the rain effects and everything else instead of the actual having to have the airplane developers, you know, make it. Yeah, I see. The hot start looked good too, but that hot start's a very expensive airplane. I mean, $70 is a lot of money to be buying an airplane. You know, that's one of those purchases that you buy once in a year. You can't buy anything for like a year or 6 months. But yeah, the hot start is a, you know. But I've got the Epic 1000 already anyway, so it's kind of like, do I really need the hot start, you know, TBM when I've already got the Epic 1000? So the Epic is not as robust, obviously, because the Epic is $34 and the TBM is $70 plus. But you know, you get what you pay for. You definitely get what you pay for. Check my sound levels here, make sure I'm not too loud. No, everything looks fine. Haven't had any drop frames on this stream so far. Good, good. Do our 360-degree cam, looking outside the airplane. I figured they have it for cars, so they might as well have it for airplanes too, where you got cameras peppered throughout the fuselage of the airplane, and you can just stitch it together and end up having your 360-degree cam. That's how I explain it off anyway. But the scenery's not bad. Pretty good, pretty good.
Got a feel feel for the guy out there on that outside of the airplane trying to work that camera.
Yeah, I've been watching Doug Moreno's videos, and he's, you know, some of those those new cars actually have got 360-degree cam, where they just take, you know, multiple cameras that are installed into the car, and then they stitch them together, and then you get that illusion that you're looking outside your car, which is pretty cool. You know, pretty good technology. So because of that technology, I figured, hey, you know, we'll apply that to this airplane or any other airplane I have, is that I got cameras embedded into the side of the fuselage everywhere. Well, we are 10 minutes away from top of descent. Of course, that was at 10,000 feet. We're not that high. We're only at 8,500. It says destination is 62 miles, so... Oh, we're less than that. According to this, it says we're 37 miles away. So what I'll do is I'll buzz in, buzz down, buzz around the airport, look at the windsock, see if I can pull up they can give me a frequency. Oh, we're not close enough yet. Once we get close enough, I'll call for the ATIS. Let me go over to Sky Vector here, see what Sky Vector says. And they're saying the ATIS is 12000.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike contact Norcal approach on 127.4. Enjoy. Approach on 127.4 Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
Well, we'll let them do their thing.
Approach Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike at 8,500 feet.
Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike, good afternoon. Radar contact. Expect runway 05.
Oh, expect runway 05. That tells me what runway I need to be on. No, I don't want that. I'll go ahead and activate the approach because we're not that far away. We're 34 miles away. I'll line us right up on runway 5. Just do it now and get it over with. That was my 4,000 feet is where I need to be at. We'll get a little closer, then I'll start to descend. Because we do have these hills everywhere. No, I've never flown on Pilot Edge. To be frankly blunt and honest with you, kind of fearful of doing so because I would suck at radio communications big time, to be honest. So that's why I haven't done it. If Pilot Edge had a whole section of area that you could go hold my hand, so to speak, then I would probably do it. Until I would get up to speed and be comfortable in communicating, then I would do it. I mean, I have no problem with communication, obviously, but you know, I'd like to do it right, and I don't want to waste anybody else's time that's on the same frequency. You know, while the guy's trying to handhold me if I'm doing something wrong, which obviously I would, because how I learn is by trial and error. That's how I learn. You know, and in all honesty. Left fuel. Yeah, it looks like I need to switch tanks. Or did it already do it? Oh, it already did it. Okay. I knew we were going to be running out of fuel soon. But we're close. Kind of went down a little faster than I thought. I pulled back on the throttle a little bit and just kind of shoo. I wish Pilot to ATC would give me my my elevations. What I'm going to have to do is I'm just going to have to go over here to my XHSI stuff and do terrain instead. That should pop up and tell me where my terrain's looking like. And also I got terrain on the that's cool. Yeah, I just wish they'd have servers that would actually, you know, that you could just go off and train, learn, and then go on to the live servers once you've proficient enough. That kind of thing. We're still 19 miles out, but I'm just going to let it get to where it needs to go. And hopefully we'll have a nice visual approach. We'll find out when I get there. Because right now, we're not having a very good visual approach. We can't see anything.
And you still got some rocks in this area.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm starting to get low enough where I'm starting to see my XHSI is starting to show me terrain. But I'm getting low on fuel, but that's all right. I got 7 gallons in one tank and I got 9 gallons in the other tank. I should still be fine.
Yeah, no worries.
Nope. As long as I don't pull a castrator and go through the fence. Yeah, because we definitely got terrain here. It sure is letting me know that I don't have any fuel. That's why I slowed down, conserve a little fuel here. I took myself down to 2,500 feet. I probably should have been at 35 or 30. I'll go 35. I can at least see the ground. Not very much in front of me, but I can see the ground at least at 3,500.
Yeah, you may have to do a straight-in approach. You may not have the fuel to do a flyover and around.
Right. Well, I already know I'm supposed to be at runway 5 anyway, so at least, you know. We'll just go runway 5. Kind of going a little too slow here. And we'll just skim the hilltop here. Oh, the taxi lights on the outside, or are they on the? I don't know if the taxi lights are. I have to look at the manual and see if the taxi lights are on the. Looks like they're on the wings as well. Up my RPM to 2,600 RPM. Continue at 21 gallons per hour. Increase my speed up a little bit. I'm totally relying on the approach of that it's plugged into the G1000 because this is not very good flying weather up here. Yeah, I'm supposed to be at 4,000 feet when at our next waypoint here, and I'm already at 3,000, so oopsie. You got that right. Taxi, you're absolutely right on that one. Yes,
Does Placerville have an ILS approach, or is it
I don't think
VFR?
so. I think it's VFR. Yeah, it's got a Unicom frequency. It's got a AWOS, and of course it's got the tower. And it does have departures and arrivals. It's okay, we'll just wing it. If we're gonna go to hell, we're gonna go to hell with a blaze of glory. How's that for an answer?
Solis wings 2 Delta Mike, you
problem,
have
I've got
traffic
my
at
parachute.
11 o'clock 4 miles at 4,200 feet.
You're gonna go with a smile.
Solis wings 2 Delta Mike, you are 11 nautical miles from Placerville. Radar service terminated. No tower at Placerville. Frequency change to local traffic advisory approved.
Well, thank you.
Roger. Have a nice day, Solis Wings 2 Delta Mike.
Well, I'm lined up with the runway, so.
Yep, looks like you're on good final.
I am under what I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be at 4,000 feet, and I'm at 3,000 feet, so. I'm 11 miles, so. Now my XHSI is giving me a oh, what do you call the damn thing? A glide slope. I'm just below the glide slope right now, so I'm just waiting for it to catch up. Which I shouldn't be getting a glide slope at all, because this is just, you know, doesn't have ILS. Okay, so it says my right fuel is over because we both got 7 gallons left. Oh no, I'm gonna run out of fuel. And I need to zoom in a little bit so I can kind of keep an eye on what things are where. There we go. I'll slow down to 140 knots. It's not close enough yet. I'm coming up on 5 miles away from the airport. Okay, now I'm 5 miles away. No, we're actually, it says that according to my XHSI stuff, the wind is actually on my back at 5 knots, so I'm actually not supposed to be landing on runway 5. But whatever. Gonna make things interesting. All right, time for me to straighten up on my seat here and get serious.
I didn't know Sirius knew how to fly.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to land it.
No, Sirius is going to do it. As you can see that the mountains, wow.
Visibility just gets worse and worse.
Yeah. And I just missed it. Or no, I grabbed it. I actually grabbed it. Let me get down here. I'm totally relying on the instruments now. And there it is. Come on, get on the ground. There you go. On the ground. Now just sit there and scoot around on the oh no, oh no. Well, I didn't go, I went through the there you go. I had to go through the fence, right? No, I didn't crash. I didn't crash. See, I'm on the runway the whole time. I don't know what people are talking about. I'm crashing.
Now you're just heading for your parking spot.
Yeah, I mean, what was the problem?
And you didn't go through the fence.
Nope, didn't go through the fence. Well, that's kind of a bummer because this is a, you know, I just downloaded this airport from the org and I don't see, it's so bad here. I can't see, can't see anything. I don't even know where
I don't see any buildings.
I don't either. Yeah, this is an airport that I downloaded from the org. I mean, there's the VOR station. Maybe it's down at the other end, so we'll just go down this, well, I like the curvature. I did turn the curvatures back on with this X-Plane 1130. I think, what are we now? 11, 3, 2,
R2.
R2, yeah. See, I had to totally rely on the instruments. Everything, actually, I landed just fine. It was just taxi or controlling the controlling my stopping was kind of the problem. Yeah, I see some airplanes up here. Well, let's go over here. What I really need is I need the fuel, but of course the dogs are going to bark. See, what do we got here? We got a Cessna 172 and got a sailplane. Dang, this place is foggy. You're right, I don't see any buildings here at all. Maybe this airplane. Oh, there's the fuel stop. I've never been here before, so.
Yeah, I downloaded it. I'll have to check it out and see what it looks like.
What the hell heck that is? Whoa! About ready to run into that. Oh, there's some people standing over there. I see a UPS truck over there. Here, let me stop here. I'm too much gawking around here and not paying attention to my taxiing, and I'm.
Oh, there's buildings.
And there's buildings, and I see people here. That's funny. Oh, the UPS is a, what is that, a Beechcraft 90, 1900? That's pretty cool. So the person who did this airport did a good job.
Yep.
Very cool. Alright, well, I'm going to spin around like this, and then I'm just going to take a spot here. And then we'll call it a stream once I land, or once I get settled down here. I need to put my flaps up. Parking brake set. Strobe lights off. Landing lights off. And I'll just go ahead and starve the airplane of fuel. And I'll go ahead and turn everything off. Oops, that was never on in the first place. Alternator off. Definitely did not do it by the numbers. But we made it in one piece.
Very nice.
Taxi, I definitely appreciate you coming aboard here. This is awesome. We made it here. We got here in one piece. And well, let's go ahead and do it right. We'll go ahead and hit the, like I say, walk out of the airplane here. How much fuel does it say I got left in here? Oh yeah. So I've got about 5 gallons left, at least on the right tank, which is that's actually accurate because I'm looking at my XHSI stuff that has my fuel gauges on my stuff that's outside the sim, and it says 5 gallons. So let's go ahead and go on over here, look around. and it says my XHSI stuff says it's 7 gallons, and so I guess you could say that would be 7 gallons. So very good. Very good. So we successfully got here. I just wish I can go over here and click on the wheel and then put the chocks down, you know, and put all the things in instead of having to use the, you know, use this. No. Now everything is on, but that's okay.
Well, Dion, another excellent stream, and
I appreciate
will
it.
Catch you later, sir.
Well, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
I definitely appreciate you hanging around, keeping me company. Catch you next time.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching the stream here. I hope you guys enjoyed this flight, and I catch you guys next time on another exciting X-Plane Adventures, flying into a place that had absolutely no visibility at all and still landed and ran off the runway and got back on the runway like nothing ever happened. So I'll catch you guys next time. Definitely like, subscribe, and donate, and all the things that all YouTubers say and that sort of thing. And I greatly appreciate all your guys' support, and I'll catch you guys next time. Later, guys. Bye. Of course, now I say that, now I gotta find my OBS so I can kill the stream. Take care, guys. Laters.